don't burn my apartment down on accident. Ugh. Should also have drank a little more water before I started. I gotta log in dummy MetaMask here. Okay. Yeah, eventually I'm actually gonna put money into this dummy MetaMask account. Like maybe 50 grand would be considered like, you know, whatever amount of money, but it's gonna be enough. Because I've noticed that back in the old days of 2017, I would actually just reveal how much money I was making off of selling 808 coin, which of course peaked out at like $25,000 after 1 week. So I could, but now that we have a much better technology, which is like DAO and DeFi and whatever, it'd be a lot easier to actually showcase how much money you could be making. And then I would be making the same exact financial moves as I do on my personal account. So I could just show people that, like, yeah, you can make money doing this stuff. And then specifically how to do it. So anyway, I guess I should have tweeted this out, but Anthony Pompilio actually did his stream today, and he actually talked about the Twitter mass bannings that was occurring. So this mostly affected Groypers, but it actually affected apparently a little more than that. And they also took down, like, I think like the Trial Tracker Twitter account that had like 524,000 followers. So, big tech and the tribe and everyone is really putting the screw job on everyone. So, but the good news is more and more people are waking up as a result, and they're also going to Gab. So, I don't know. Hopefully, if you're into like accelerationism, maybe this is the thing for you. All right, so I'm gonna tweet that I went live. So I just gotta like do all this stuff. Live now. Let's see what the markets are cooking up. You see crypto. Because figure everyone's so busy that I'll have to let everyone know that I went live. Let me see. I'm following him anyway? Yeah, I am. Oh, he just loaded his thing. Yeah, everyone got like completely fucking nuked online. Alright. Yeah, and there's good old Beardson. Hold on, I gotta actually check my Gab. Okay, alright. Okay. Alright, we are looking pretty solid here. Alright, so let's get right into it. I really should... Alright, so I managed to get my weight down to 182, and I really want to buy a freaking sausage roll. It's so frustrating. Also some apple pies from my local grocery store. They actually sell really good, decent-sized pies for like $4.49. It's really cheap. And they also sell spinach, too. So I might actually go to there. Plus, they might not require masks. I'm going to find out tonight, I guess. Or if I can resist the appetite. Alright, so kind of like yesterday, I'm going to try to keep today's stream short, but I mean, I had a lot of questions yesterday, which I don't mind, but I mean, let's just see what cooks up with this one. Okay, so Bitcoin searches for this week is still 29, okay, very interesting. Buy Bitcoin is still down to 13, alright, not too bad. Inflation has dropped to 79, which is disappointing. Maybe it'll change next week, but we'll see what the Federal Reserve has to say. Hyperinflation for December has just dropped off completely. Maybe it's because of the holiday season, perhaps. So that's kind of an interesting trend. That's very weird because there's shrinkflation and prices are going up. So, I mean, I kind of don't know what's going on with that. Huh. Well, I don't know. I guess people are just going to be whatevered. Okay, so Fear and Greed Index is still 28, but wasn't it 28 yesterday? Last updated December 8th. I mean, this thing was correctly updated, so... Okay, I guess it's 28. Because I could have sworn yesterday was 28. And the day before that, which would be 2 days ago, was 25. So, but honestly, I'm not going to be streaming in 3 hours, but... I expect this Fear and Greed Index to go up a little bit, at least, when this thing updates. So, because the markets seem to be doing better. There was a slight dip in crypto today, and then it's now back up apparently. So let's just see. Let's see what Yahoo Finance has got for us. All right, so markets are basically flat and up a little bit, with the exception of the Nasdaq. Crude oil is up a little bit, so it looks like the markets decided to take a breather today, probably doing a little bit of profit taking. In the meantime, cryptocurrencies are still stabilizing, which I'm okay with. So far, I haven't seen or heard anything about the crazy, whale Bitcoin movement stuff. That's usually a precursor for dumping. So hopefully, that's not going to screw us, but, I still remain cautious, right? But, I can sleep a little more easily. Trump lucid better on a rough week for SPAC. Oh, that's just an anti-Trump hit piece. Okay, so that's the markets. I don't see anything that I really care about on the front page of Yahoo. So my girlfriend is a busy one. She told me to manage her investment and generate 10% returns. She got angry when I blank. Okay, well, yeah. Good luck with that. So dollar is down a nice amount today, finally. Riot is down a little bit. Mara's up a little bit. What a surprise. But I mean, Bitcoin's still way off. So, hopefully it'll change soon. Okay, I need these things to go away because I can't see what's going on. Another Powell pivot raises questions about Fed policy credibility. Interesting. Pfizer CEO says fourth vaccine may be needed sooner because of moronic variant. Well, that's always the pivot, I guess. Okay, and the WHO is still like pushing this bullshit as well. Figures. All right, so short to medium term debt either didn't change or got bought up a little bit. Long term debt got sold off a tad bit as well. All right, and then the 10-year yields getting pretty close to that 1.6, 1.7 range. That is my Twitter. Let me think. What else do I want? Because I actually want to look at the Mannarino index real quick, but let's just do this first. 24-hour volume for crypto is actually pretty low at 104.5 billion. So I think the crypto markets have had enough. They're just like, you know what, whatever, it's December. We had a crazy week. I'm just going to take a break. Which is fine by me because we actually see crypto stabilizing pretty well to the flat or the upside. Which is, hey, I'm not complaining. I'm all right with it. So Bitcoin's at 50.8K. Ethereum's at 4,400. Binance coin is almost at $600, so very, very nice. I don't care about Cardano, XRP. Luna's doing okay. Dog coins getting slightly better at 18 cents now. Shiba Inu still stuck around the 35 to 3,800 Satoshi of $1 range, so it's at 37.26 Satoshis. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, VeChain looks like it's doing a little better. Near Protocol is like coming out of nowhere. I've never heard of that coin, but it's already number 35. That's interesting. You have Tezos, BitTorrent coin. What coin am I looking for? Oh, Pancake Swap. Hey, it's doing a little better at 12.36. Let's see. I'm sure Cadena's somewhere down here. Yeah, 12.72. Are you kidding me? This stupid clown has dropped 50%, man. That's very frustrating. Oh, I skipped over Crypto.com coin. Oh, 61.61 cents. All right, overall, I don't see anything too bad going on here. Let's see. Mannarino index is 89.9, so it's basically 90. All right. So market risk has increased a little bit, but that makes sense because things are, in a state of flux right now. So, but still overall, things will be going up, big picture wise. Oh yeah, I also managed to figure out how to fix the chat. I have to use a different URL for my OBS and not the URL that Restream gave me. So now I can type in chat again, which is great. All right. So Bitcoin technicals looks pretty solid. We're way below zero, and we've got, some nice, I don't know what you call it, but usually when you see a bunch of candles consolidating around the bottom, like what you see here, That's a very good sign. That basically means seller exhaustion. We've got more than enough, indicators here that, this is called a MACD, not a stochastic RSI. That's interesting. That's an indicator that, we've really bottomed out. So if there is a, crash or another dump, the price isn't going to go down as much because there's literally just there's going to be an extreme amount of resistance because the people who are dumping are just running out of, stuff to dump with. There's only so much Bitcoin you can dump before you realize, hey, I might be selling off too much crap. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Okay. Oh yeah, I do want to actually add this new URL as well. This is a really good link, and we're going to be looking at this for the future so we can analyze Metaverse Pro. So we'll look at that in a second. All right. So Ethereum is considered a buy. RSI is basically a little bit above 0 and is in the middle blue line. So yeah, Ethereum is looking really, really good, which makes sense. Binance coin, I'm expecting we should be seeing something similar. Binance coin. All right, so we've got, slightly above 0 and right below the middle blue line. Yeah, so this is looking pretty good. So, we just have to wait on that Bitcoin movement by the whales. If they decide to dump, hopefully it won't have much of an impact because I've only seen like 3,000 Bitcoins moving. But they say the whale Bitcoin movement ratio is like 95%. So I don't know. That just seems I don't know. That just seems a bit like there's contradictory information. I'm just trying to manage my video games here. So I don't know. Hopefully it just won't screw us in the ass. Because I think we've all taken it up the ass enough times. So it'd just be nice if this pain could stop. All right, so Shiba Inu is below 0 RSI. Actually, let me check something real quick. So it's not RSI, it's called a MACD. Okay, I guess it's actually a MACD. I always thought it was a stochastic RSI. I guess I could add it to this. Now this is interesting. Yeah, this is actually very different from the RSI. Let's see. Yeah, this thing says MACD. Okay, so I've actually been using the wrong technical indicator, which is a shame because if I apply RSI to this chart, it says that Metaverse is at the bottom. So this is probably why I lost money in the beginning when I was trying to figure out how to use these stupid indicators. That's interesting. You have a low RSI and a MACD. I guess we'll just leave it the way Greg Mannarino has it, because Greg's way is very accurate. And then I have to add the KC here. The problem is I have no way of logging into this, so I can't save my stats. So basically, I was able to figure out how to. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually now at below the middle blue line. So I was able to figure out how to change this, adapt Greg's charts to Metaverse Pro, so we could get an idea of what's going on. In addition, you can actually see all of the transactions being made of buying and pumping and dumping Metaverse Pro, and the corresponding impact it has on the exact price of the coin. So now I'm not nearly as angry because now I know what's going on. I can see. All right, so Shiba looks pretty solid. All right, so we just need to wait for the overall crypto market to pop off. Let's see. Doglon Mars, yep, same story. So not too bad. It's also done better too. Now it's at 1,220 something sub-satoshis of whatever the hell it's doing. All right, so Cadena. All right, so Cadena has finally fallen and broken. So it looks like it's pretty much bottomed out. So that's what we want. So Cadena should be popping off. I don't really care about Gala because I know that's doing fine. Crypto.com coin. See what you're up to. Oh, yeah, CRO is still too strong. Even though it's below the middle blue line, I keep calling it the RSI. It's actually the MACD. The MACD is still way too high. So it's still dropping, but even though this thing says buy. So I don't know, we'll see. I mean, if the markets don't go up, then the MACD should slowly approach zero while the price is maintained, which is fine, because that just indicates so much strength. Otherwise, it's just going to pop off, and everything else wants to pop off, because there's a huge demand for crypto.com coins. So, actually, I think I did find that Metaverse Pro was listed somewhere, right? Metaverse Pro, yeah, I could have sworn I did find this yesterday, unless I was looking at Olympus instead. Because it would be nice not to have to, because basically every time I start my stream or close this window, right, if I close Brave, I have to re-put in all of the technical analysis things, which is really just a few clicks, but it's just kind of annoying. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go Olympus coin, and yeah, same thing, oversold. Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, the Dow coins have just been completely oversold. So, that's interesting. The MACD on Olympus is like below zero, but the MACD on Metaverse Pro is still very high. I mean, it's starting to go down, but man, we're talking like this was such a big drop. It went from like 553, which is basically what I bought it at, down to like $307. That's kind of nuts. But I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, everything will work out. I mean, everything's already getting better for now, so you know, whatever. All right, so I don't see too many new coins on MDEX, and I see that Metaverse is paying out less APY at Metaverse BUSD. That's because more people are dogpiling in, because now the value locked on is now $80,000. So that actually tells you that more people are gaining confidence in Metaverse Pro. And according to their Discord, they're coming out with like a new like rewards pool for wrapped staked meta. Now it did say that they were going to lower the APY, but I'm not sure if they're lowering the APY of Metaverse Pro itself, this regular staking, or whatever it is. I mean, it'll suck to have reduced APY, but I do feel that Metaverse Pro is minting a little too many coins too fast. So I don't know. I guess when they put out the governance proposal, we'll have some more details. But other than that, it looks like MDEX is still doing all right. But the price of MDEX, though, is doing horrible. Oh, yeah, it's at 49.24 cents. Ugh, not so great. But otherwise, these are still solid APRs. So, all right, that's good to know. That's good to know. It looks like people are abandoning DXCat, but I think it's because DXCat, which is this right here, it has been going down so much in value, so people are just dumping the coin. All right, so Metaverse has been doing better since last night or yesterday. So the price is doing pretty well. The total value deposit has been fluctuating, but it's been slowly going up. It was at like 71 million before I started the stream. Now it's at 70.875. The Treasury total is doing pretty well. It's actually increasing. That's the most important number. Well, along with the risk-free value of the Treasury assets. And they've added USDC bonds today, like pure USDCs. I still don't know what the bonds are, but I mean, I've kind of somewhat figured it out. I don't have any money in this dummy MetaMask account, so I can't approve it. But basically what happens is, oh, actually it does show me this. So you can buy a bond right now for this rate, and then you will get in return Metaverse Pro that's equal to this. So you basically, so the way the protocol works is if you buy something like this now and give it to the code, right, your BUSD in this case, let's say I bought one whole bond, so $284.28 worth of BUSD bonds. The protocol code will give me $307.68 worth of Meta, because you know because it sells it at a discount. That's how they explain it. So that like when you buy treasuries or these bonds in particular, this number goes up, the market value of treasury assets and the risk-free value of treasury assets. And this is what, and these two are what's used to create the backing per Metaverse Pro coin. So the higher this number is, the higher this goes. And the higher this goes, the higher the price floor for Metaverse Pro becomes. So if, God forbid, this price keeps going down, the minimum price of Metaverse Pro should be $87.81 because of the Treasury. So that acts as an additional cushion for, and creating a little more price stability. So that's the bonds. So we go to staking. The problem is I don't actually have anything in here. Yeah, so right now the APY is 583.7 thousand. So a lot of money being made. So let's see. So that's interesting because I thought it was the RSI and not the MACD. So now I have to make some changes. So, oh man, that kind of sucks. This would imply that I kept calling the RSI. This would imply that buyer, like this thing is too strong. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. This is move. What does MACD actually stand for? Moving average convergence divergence. The show over here, and then it's calculated by subtracting a blah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is actually accurate. Because this just doesn't make sense. Because look, the RSI is way below 0, and here it's like close to 100, but going down. Like that doesn't make sense to me. And we literally had 6 straight days of like price drops, big ones too, with the exception of yesterday and today, because things are bottoming out. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit more. Also, this coin has been live for like what 2, maybe 3 weeks now. So that could be a factor too in like screwing up all these metrics. Because again, it says in the last 26 days or 26 cycles, this coin's not even 26 days old. Well, it might be, but it's really borderline. But when we look over here, we could see the price impacts of everyone buying and then selling. So good buy volume. Yeah, because I've been seeing a lot of buys. Like sometimes a big sell dump will come in, but then it immediately gets bought up eventually and gets nullified. So 306. So I'm looking for a big sell. This was a pretty big hit. Yeah, here's a pretty big hit here too. Minus $92.46 worth. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Yeah. Let's see, this was half an hour ago. Someone dumped $19,591. Yeah, a lot of people dumped half an hour ago. Then I brought it down to 304. And then it immediately started having people buying up everything. So now we are at 307. Yeah, I got this link from the Metaverse Pro Discord. This is a very helpful link. I really like this thing. This is so freaking good. This site basically allows me to do technical analysis the same way Greg Mannarino does on any cryptocurrency. So this is especially useful for like new coins that are not showing up here on Greg's site or even CoinMarketCap's site. So very, very helpful. All right, I should put Plan B over here before we look into the news. Okay. So Plan B tweeted out some kind of weird metric that I don't really understand here. And then Craig Wright is getting owned, which is perfect because he really is a lying thief, piece of shit F-word. So I'm glad he's gonna get his ass reamed. So yeah, I don't even know what this is, but I just hit the like button. But whatever. But yeah, otherwise there's nothing new with Plan B. Of course he's got that funny little meme picture. All right, let's see, because I know the hearing was today in Congress. So I'm thinking the market actually liked what they heard, so that's why crypto also was doing pretty well. Crypto CEOs request Congress to provide regulatory clarity at hearing on digital assets. House memo declared Congress prior ahead of crypto CEO. Visa announces new crypto consulting service to merchants and banks. Yeah, Visa's getting on top of this stuff. Again, I don't really feel like reading any of these articles, mostly because I just think it's boring. Right, I just kind of want to just relax. Bitcoin, because I was also filing, just doing some touch up on websites. I had to file copyright for my new music. I might actually consider going back and teaching myself how to compose music. I haven't really made up my mind on that yet. Plus, I still have to be aware that it's just the ego telling me to do that rather than God. So, you know, I'm just going to have to continue being still and knowing God, and then, you know, go from there. Okay, Iceland cuts power to new Bitcoin miners. That's hilarious. Okay, fractional ability stable coin regulations are currently too harsh. 1.1 billion in Bitcoin options expire Friday, but data points to a sub 55. Okay, I actually want to read that. We'll read that first, actually. Okay, decentralized. U.S. is economy behind the curve on crypto ETFs, says Brian Brooks. Yeah, because the SEC is deliberately keeping people poor. Nations should not compensate investors for crypto losses. Yeah, that's technically true. I mean, you're supposed to be self-responsible for it. Bitcoin rebound on Wall Street open as exchange for Bitcoin reserves plunge after 42K. Okay, we actually need, yeah, because we've been needing this data specifically, so we'll read that. We'll pop back up. All right, that's actually pretty good. As part of our payments reform, Australia going to regulate it. Yeah, everyone's kind of regulating crypto. Okay. Tether and OUSD issuance swells. Okay, we read that. Biomanagement plan to focus on part of the criminal misuses of crypto. Yeah, that's fine. Of course, they could always leverage that into attacking legitimate crypto activities. Billionaire Barry, what's his name, discusses Bitcoin price rising to $1 million, calls Bitcoin a smart hedge. So that we've got yet another billionaire. That's good. Saying nice things about crypto. Bitcoin going to $1 million. Yeah, because my guess is 500,000 to $1 million for my Bitcoin top when this is all over. Blockchain more important than Bitcoin. They're equally important. They also have a president tells us, okay, I don't care. I really just cannot stand Adam Schiff, but people are still trying to convince him to get into crypto. When an environmental disaster, popular Bitcoin operator, Bitcoin America wins silver, and okay, I don't care. Zimbabwe central bank chief, we don't believe in crypto. Well, that's why your fucking currency is like fucking worthless, and like there's $1 trillion Zimbabwe dollar notes. People are so effing dumb. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, the Fed has not released November 2021 numbers yet. I don't know. Is there anything even new here? December 1st. Yeah, we don't have any new numbers yet. Okay. Bitcoin expirations on Friday. What is the name of this article? Okay, 55,000. Fair Greed Index. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. It's somehow strange to compare as the July. Okay. Below 95 Bitcoin reserves held at exchanges. Coin data for grew on. There are now less than 2.27 million Bitcoins deposited at exchange and having fewer coins available. Okay, so that's good. You know what the apparent balance between call and buy? Blah, blah. For a major loss. 400 calls versus 6,600 puts. Okay, bears will do their best to hold Bitcoin below 50K. Well, they've already failed. It's already above. It's at $50,800. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I kind of really skipped over this really quick, but I don't really see anything that would indicate 55,000. That just seems like a random number that this article pulled out of their ass. Okay, this is really what we want to know. Friday sell-off made exchanges shed excess Bitcoin even faster. Wait, Friday sell-off made exchanges shed excess Bitcoin even faster, data shows. Bitcoin has recovered from a dip below 50K on today. Wall Street opened on a fresh bullish note. Bitcoin market ditches extreme fear, right? Because we already confirmed that with the Fear and Greed Index, which I'm expecting to go up after the update in 2.5 hours. Buckle up. Bitcoin held a crucial low and could probably be a new test, 51.6 and 53.6K. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Of course, everyone's got the Santa hats on now. As positive signals begin to emerge from well-known names and Rec Capital, who earlier eyed healthy behavior on the weekly, meanwhile added that Bitcoin price action could be mimicking its recovery in September's major dip. Yeah, I mean, we already know that Bitcoin is way oversold, right? Based on the metrics on Greg's site. So yeah, it's just a matter of when does it feel like popping off. And we already know Plan B's point of view, right? It's already popping off. And then hopefully, we'll get that 100,000 Bitcoin. I mean, hell, even if he's wrong and we get like 80,000 in Bitcoin by the end of December, I'd be fine with that. Also, don't forget that now that institutions and maybe Wall Street entities are now buying up more Bitcoin and crypto, they might actually try to manipulate Bitcoin upwards so they can pump the price of their stock and then get their bonuses. That would be very, very, very beneficial for us. So, instead of Wall Street being our enemy for a day, maybe they can be an ally for this month, which is just perfect. That just occurred to me, actually. This consolidation takes place between the blue 50-week EMA support and green, blah, blah, blah. Exchange Bitcoin holdings drained faster since sell-off. Okay, third biggest well, only a whopping 2,700 Bitcoin. Almost 80% of the Bitcoin supply was still in profit at lower levels, according to a data on Glassnode. Look on the Bitcoin balancing exchange added to the positivity. Reserves at their lowest in multiple years and far below. Okay. All right, so what are they? Can you tell us? All right, Bitcoin all exchange reserves 2.2664666.5493, so 2.26 million Bitcoins, and in fact, yeah, it's dropping pretty fast. So black is the price of Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, this is actually a really low number. Huh. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I like how the actual important data was left for the end of the freaking article. Let's see. Yeah, so CryptoQuant, at least they give me this data for free. Bitcoin exchange reserves. So the flash crash was somewhere around here, and then we had the crash. That's kind of interesting. And then Bitcoin, so you can actually see a small little spike in Bitcoin exchange reserves. But I think but look at this. That's because this is very interesting data. Bitcoin exchange reserves of Bitcoin was actually spiraling downwards, tanking downwards right up until November 29th, which is last Friday when we had the crazy flash crash, and then of course there's a short spike, small little spike upwards. Interesting. Well, that puts more context into everything. So that's all right. So maybe I don't actually have to worry so much. I think we might actually be out. The worst is over then. So I'm gonna wait till next Monday before I call it. But then so far, based on what we just saw, right, and on CryptoQuant, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Billionaire Barry Sternlicht discusses Bitcoin price rising to $1 million and says Bitcoin's a smart hedge. He looks a bit like Jake Tapper's older brother. The chairman of Starwood Capital Group, Billionaire Barry, has shared his view on how Bitcoin could grow to be worth $1 million a piece. He calls the cryptocurrency a smart hedge in a world where the government just keeps on printing money. Yep, he sounds like my kind of guy. He's speaking at a Bloomberg event in Miami. Sternlicht runs Starwood Capital Group, private equity firm, and real estate investment firm, has bought about $100 billion under management in real estate, debt, and energy assets. According to Forbes' list of billionaires, he is currently worth $4.2 billion. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into real estate as well. The first thing I have to do is move out of New York, right? Move to Miami, get my cheap like 100K, 200K house. So I could stop throwing away money in rent, and then after that, I'll be able to just buy up all the real estate in Miami with my hopefully Metaverse Pro cryptocurrency earnings. And then I'll have to take like a tax hit for the first year or two, and then after that, my real estate will, because of depreciation, will zero out my income. I'll probably just keep it at like 5% or something, just give the IRS a little bit of something so they don't get really angry at me like they do, say, Donald Trump, right? Because I think Donald Trump probably takes it too far. That's why the IRS is always pissed off at Trump. Noting that he has called his Bitcoin position a great hedge, the billionaire was asked, "Is that how we all should be thinking?" And has firmly replied, yes. He explained that we live in a world where governments just keep printing more and more money, and there's no consequence. Sometimes that will end. The only thing that they can't make more of is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's never been hacked. It has no real value other than 21 million coins that are infinitely divisible. He points out that gold really doesn't have a lot of value. I mean, you could have your gold jewelry, but it could be silver, titanium, or platinum. Yeah, on top of that, gold is just a pain in the ass to use in everyday use. So it's just open to manipulation by, J.P. Morgan and them. So, Opine, you could see the world saying to the U.S., especially with our political isolation, that they would say China is going to try to knock us off the dollar standard, and they're going to have a lot of countries align with them. Yeah, a lot of people are getting kind of mad at America, so, they're probably going to want to get off the dollar, or at least some people will. They're going to try really hard. It's very odd. They're going to try really hard to break the dollar standard. If that happens, and the dollar devalues, you need one thing that can hold its value. While admitting that Bitcoin will go down with the stock market, he stressed that in his opinion it will reverse. It would go to 1 million a coin. It could do that because everyone, it's not U.S. investors, the whole world will look at one thing that they can't make more of, and that would be Bitcoin. Yeah, Plan B says that the hyper super bull cycle for Bitcoin will be the next cycle, not this one, which makes sense because there's still not enough main world adoption. I mean, it's greater than ever before, but it's still in its infancy. But in 4 or 5, but definitely by the next bull run, the entire world will be doing some form of cryptocurrency, crypto asset, Bitcoin stuff. So there's no function other. I mean, that's why the governments of the world are starting to regulate this shit. There's no function other than a store of value. So having a little investment in Bitcoin, I think, might be smart as a hedge in your life. The billionaire has disclosed that he has about 2 to 3% of his net worth in crypto assets. Regarding crypto investing, he said, "If it goes to zero, it won't hurt me either. It won't hurt you." However, he emphasized if Bitcoin goes $1 million a coin, you're going to look at the TV and get very unhappy. A growing number of billionaires are using Bitcoin to hedge against inflation. Paul Tudor Jones. No, you're right. I remember that. Orlando Bravo. I never heard of him. Billionaire who co-founded Thoma Bravo said in September he was very bullish about Bitcoin and expecting it to increase significantly. Then we got Mexico billionaire Ricardo Pliego said the U.S. is looking more and more like any other irresponsible third world country. Salinas tweeted a weekly chart of the total value of the Federal Reserve's assets, less than eliminations from consolidation, and kind of, wow, look at the scale of fake money creation. Buy Bitcoin right now. Where is the tweet for that? I'm hoping he tweeted that out. Okay, well, there's no tweet, and I'm too lazy to find it, but this is good. So more people are, specifically rich people, are still piling in and actually showing open public support for Bitcoin and holding crypto, and also calling out the Federal Reserve and the money printing. So the more of this that we have, the better, because this also helps delegitimize, the American regime and the system that's fucking everybody over, and getting a lot of people killed. So this is a very, very good thing. You gotta resist the tyrannical system. So Visa announces new crypto consulting service for merchants and banks. I'm not really that interested in reading this, but this is still a pretty big move because obviously Visa is 130, 260 billion market cap. Okay, its crypto advisory practice housed within consulting and analytics division will offer advice to financial institutions, retailers, and other firms on everything from rolling out crypto features to checking out NFTs to developing wallets for central bank coins. Okay, yeah, they're going really ham on the jam with this one. We can't have Visa learn more about crypto and stablecoins and the use cases that are most relevant for our retail. Said Uma Wilson, executive president of UMB Bank. So Visa is also trying to work with banks to start using crypto, specifically stablecoins, it sounds like. And then, of course, probably some NFTs. Because I know MasterCard's also doing crypto stuff too, like it says right here. They're doing crypto-linked payment cards. And then, of course, PayPal is also adopting crypto too. I think they accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. I know they accept Bitcoin now. I forgot the other couple of cryptos. Well, that's good. Visa's getting in on it too. I mean, eventually we're going to have to deal with, these assholes trying to monopolize crypto and then, of course, doing you know, financial debanking and deplatforming like they're doing with everyone. But I mean, on the one hand, the more people use crypto, the better. On the other hand, maybe hopefully people will wise up, you know, against all this tyranny. But we'll have to see. Crypto CEOs request Congress to provide regulatory clarity at hearing on digital. We don't need knee-jerk reactions by lawmakers to regulate out of fear. I know, right? Unless you can understand, says Patrick McHenry. House Committee on Finances heard from several CEOs of major crypto firms. And of course, they were all united in, you know, whatever they wanted to say, which is clear regulatory frameworks. That's not going to screw us. This is a very good thing. I mean, we don't need to look at it. I mean, these are all this is basically the all-star cast of all the crypto exchanges: FTX, Coinbase, Bitfury, you know, Circle, whatever. Like 4.5 hours. In a written statement, says Circle support common effort for national licensing and federal supervision of stablecoin issuers, given many were now too big to ignore. I mean, I'm like a little weary of it. Because the last thing I want to do is, like, if I hold Binance dollars, right? How the hell, like, how am I going to KYC that shit if I'm using DeFi? It's going to U.S. finance inadequate for handling the emerging digital blockchain. Mitigate counterparty risk and eliminate the costly central clearinghouse. Yep. This would enable market participants to monitor correct settlements, margin shortfall, and alternative that shortening the trade settlement cycle should be a high priority for the SEC and work aggressively to make that possible. Well, he looks kind of Chad, I guess, because he's got like the bald thing going. Brooks added that there are already examples of companies involved in digital asset space finding a more regulatory-friendly environment in other countries, such as Fidelity in Canada, and blah, blah, blah. There's a reason why crypto town is no longer concentrated in Silicon Valley, the birthplace of the original commercial internet. Sure, some went to Miami, but a surprising number of them have gone to Portugal, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Singapore, and other jurisdictions that are not at all unregulated but have a more positive posture towards innovation and growth. I'm actually okay with that because the less money that the American government can steal from us, the better, and the more embarrassed that they get, the better. Because again, we need to delegitimize the American government because that's where all their power comes from. And that's why they're doing all this tyrannical shit. I mean, fucking de Blasio is just now going like full fucking Hitler mode, right? And nobody can stop this fucking piece of shit. Addressing the panel of crypto CEOs, Representative Patrick McHenry argued that the tech in the crypto space is already regulated, but acknowledged that any existing framework could be clunky and not up to date. We need a reasonable rule of the road. We know that we don't need knee-jerk reaction. Okay, we already read that. Still ongoing time for the House Committee seeks to discuss the 4 key out of the crypto space: exchanges, stable coins, regulatory concerns, and digital assets, and federal regulatory responses. Lawmakers will also likely discuss DeFi, given its potential to replicate and replace conventional delivery of financial services, such as loans, insurance, and other services. Yeah, I mean, this DeFi is a direct threat to their donors, so I expect they might actually take a hostile stance towards it, which means you're gonna have to start using VPNs probably. It's gonna be kind of interesting. It's gonna be kind of interesting. Because here's the problem. You are still allowed to barter with people. DeFi, in a way, is basically an advanced bartering system. You can't prevent me from going up to like some random guy in the street and then I give him my loaf of bread and he gives me like, I don't know, a 20-page book, right? DeFi is basically the same thing except it's done on the internet. So, but of course, that's not going to stop the tribe from trying to stop us from getting rich. So we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, shit, if it gets that bad, I would just have to declare like I would have to basically just move out of the United States and then like do DeFi someplace else. You know, which would be very annoying for me, but obviously, you know, it's either do that or, you know, technically just not be allowed to do DeFi anymore. But so far, I haven't really seen any aggressive moves towards DeFi. I mean, it looks like, I mean, from the way from this part sounds like they're still just kind of like trying to figure out what does this thing do, you know? Wait, this is not the right article. This was the article. A lot of people also like to discuss DeFi, given its potential to replicate and replace conventional delivery of financial services. Okay. So, Seeks. Okay. All right. I wonder if they're gonna have another hearing tomorrow then. Yeah. All right. Anyway, that went by pretty nice and quick. Just want to see what this is. Okay. So this went by pretty nice and quick. So I don't know. I kind of want to, get something to maybe eat or whatever. So I don't know. I really shouldn't do that. I'm still trying to lose weight. Yeah. And this thing's not doing too bad. It's basically 308, 309 to 310. Okay. Oh, and I figured out what this ad means. It basically means someone's adding Meta and Binance dollar to the liquidity pool. So this is probably people adding money to the MDEX pool, which of course would imply that when, this shit ends, they might dump all their Meta. But I don't know, Meta's paying out a lot, so I don't know. I think, oh, this is my Chrome. Meta's paying out a lot, so, oh yeah, I gotta show you, because I was on Chrome. So I was referring to this, where it says add. This is probably at people adding MDEX. So when the 45-day period ends, which I think is somewhere around mid-January or the first week of January, yeah, mid-January actually. People might dump Meta, but we'll worry about it then. I mean, I'm not really that concerned about it. So, all right, so things are looking better, and now that we have a little bit more data on Bitcoin Reserve Exchange stuff, yeah, I mean, look, the market cap for crypto is already back at 2.4 trillion. So I'm not calling it just yet, but by next Monday, if we still continue to do relatively okay, then I think it's safe to say that, we don't have to worry too much about, the next flash crash, because that's the only thing I'm a little concerned about. And everyone's pulling back from the Omicron moronic variant stuff, so now they're just trying to push the extra vaccines and booster shots, which, believe it or not, I think is going to actually start annoying people. Because you're constantly telling people that this stuff works, you just have to get it one time, and then now you're telling them, oh, now it works, yet it does not work. Now you have to do it every 3 months, and you have to get all this shit. And people are like, okay, what the fuck? Which is it, And you're making me do all this annoying shit. Don't forget, getting those jabs hurts because it's a needle. So people really don't like pain. They're like, what is this shit? So I'm hoping that annoyance will turn into defiance and resistance, and that's what we need. Because again, shit's gonna get pretty bad, unless we resist the system, and hopefully that will continue. All right, so 48 minutes. I mean, I don't know how I guess I just like to talk a lot. Well, actually, we also went over 5 articles. Well, I'm gonna combine these 2 because this first article is completely useless. So anyway, I will see you all tomorrow, which is Thursday. I also want to watch the Greg Mannarino thing, so I don't know. I gotta go buy a little bit of groceries and really apple pies. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and yeah, Metaverse Pro is doing better, so which therefore means my daily income is doing better, and of course my bag is growing like to mega money bags. So all right, thanks for watching. See you